Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Hi.
Hi. Hello to you, Joanna, but also hi, Demi Sutra.
Hello.
Hi. We have a guest today. Hi. Welcome. Welcome to Just the Tips, a podcast with me and you.
And today, you.
And today, Demi, we have a guest, Demi Sutra, everyone.
Wow.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This is, our podcast is pretty new. Pretty new.
It's relatively new.
It's relatively new. And you have never been on a podcast, right? You said you don't like anyone else's podcast in the universe, and you hate all podcasts, but you made an exception for ours. Is that what you said?
I think that's almost exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Wait, so this for real? Is this
Yeah.
like
Oh, I really have never done a podcast.
we feel very honored?
I'm a little,
Yeah, but and a lot of podcasts have come her way, but she said no.
yeah,
for
because
either
nerve reasons or
Which is so weird
Yeah.
because you are like the most not nervous person I've ever met. It's a certain kind of nervous, either nerve reasons or what. You were just waiting for me to come along.
actually, yeah, I was like waiting and praying. I'm pretty much responsible for your show because I manifested it so that I can have a comfy place.
Yeah, so here we are.
Well, this is a safe space.
We are you are losing your podcast virginity right now.
Oh my God.
We have water,
Thank you.
liquid,
We
and
have
coffee.
And we have, there's a lot of boobs on the side of the table.
Where?
A lot of great cleavage is happening.
Blood
A lot of,
and white. This
Yeah.
is great. We
Yeah.
have all of the
Demi and I, we talk to each other about our tits a lot.
all the time.
When she was thinking of getting her boobs done, I remember you came to me for advice. You were like, should I get my boobs done or not? I love the way you got your boobs. You liked my boobs. Yeah.
Your tickle.
You were like, I love it. And I was like, get the tits.
Yes.
Get the tits.
Yes. I'm so happy with them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
they're pretty great.
But then for a little while after you got them, you were like, I hate them.
Yes.
They're too big. And I was like, no, every time I look at you, I actually think I wish mine were bigger.
I literally.
So then I went and got them bigger. Yeah. So it's like I was your titty therapist, I was
Titty
like,
piss.
get the tits. And then, you were like, But now I understand because the second time I got my boobs done and I went bigger, first time I was like, yes, tits.
Yeah.
Second time I was like, oh my God, I went too big.
No.
I did think that for a little while,
they're
but
not
now
too
they've
big.
settled. But it took a while to settle. But once you get into that extra big titty zone, it's like you need
What
help.
size are your tits
I
right
understand. What size are my tits?
Like
F. Okay, yeah, triple D, F. Yeah, triple D, F. I was a triple D before, but I was like the first clip, like the first, the smallest thing on the triple D. Now I'm like the biggest thing on a triple D.
So we're saying you barely fit in.
Apparently, yeah. What about you?
I am. I
At
think
least same
double
size,
D or E.
No way. Yeah, you are triple D. No way.
What is E?
Yeah, E is triple D. I think
Mine
there
are
is
this
like
big.
no. Yeah, no, they are. Yes, they
Dude.
are. They're very big.
As a man who has touched both sets and is pretty familiar, they're pretty close in size. They're pretty close. I don't know if there's an exact,
We could measure.
they're pretty close in size.
Yeah. How many cc's?
How many cc?
That's the real.
I got 475 or something like that in one, and then I got 500 in the other because my tits have always been uneven.
Yeah, I mean,
Turns out
everybody's
they're
tits.
still uneven.
Well, I was your titty consultant, therapist, and I'm really glad because I think
Me
you have really nice titties. So I
Thank
like to
you.
congratulate and pat myself on the back for guiding you through this. Right?
Pat yourself on the tits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just sitting over here with my
What about you?
A-cup.
What about your titties?
That's okay.
Maybe I need to get mine done. I'm kind of having boob envy at this point. you know?
Well, I guess you could just
Jealous.
eat a lot. Gain-
Or I could do what you did and just call Dr. Miami.
Yeah. Shout out to Dr. Miami.
Shout
He
out
did
to
my
Dr.
tits
Miami.
the second time around, and he's hilarious. Also, me and Dr. Miami, we found out he grew up about 5 minutes away from me.
Oh, wow.
In Jersey?
Yeah, in New Jersey. Yeah, we were like, neighbors.
So it was kind of meant
more
to
or
be.
less. Yeah, it was meant to be, and there we were.
Well, I'm glad. 'cause
Yeah,
I
and we're about the same age too. So we literally, yeah. But he went to a different school.
I hated my tit doctor.
You did?
I still hate him now.
Oh, fuck him. Do we want to call him out?
Yeah, Dr. Steven Teetlebaum sucks. Do not go to him.
Why?
He sucks.
Where it was in LA?
Yeah, in Santa Monica.
Oh, why did you dislike it? I mean, your boobs.
I mean, yeah, the
they look
finished
good.
product is great.
What did you not?
Well, I had to get
what's your Yelp review?
I had a 2-star.
2-star.
First of all, he made fatophobic jokes.
A lot of what?
Fatophobic jokes.
Interesting.
Like, what did he say?
I don't even want.
You are
to
like the
say it.
skinniest
It was
person
so
on the
mean.
no, don't say it. Yeah.
It wasn't towards me. He was like trying to talk me out of getting big boobs, which I wanted. And he was like, "Oh, you're so thin. Why would you need boobs? Only fat girls need big boobs so that they can get laid." And I was like,
Wow.
he said it with a
Okay.
straight face.
Why would a plastic surgeon who does
After I already paid.
after
You're already in the door.
You were like, it was like telling it to you, and you're like going on to. He's like, let me just tell you one zinger before I put you
It's
under
only
there.
a couple. Like,
You know what's weird? Like what is going on? Like with the plastic surgeons in LA, and I've told this story before, and it's weird when I tell it because it sounds like I'm bragging. Or something, which is something I really don't do.
Baby.
I went to, when I wanted to get my tits done for the first time, when I wanted to get my tits done, I went to 3 different plastic surgeons in like Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
In that area. Like, it's all on that one block.
Yeah.
Plastic surgery row, basically, whatever it's called. And all 3 of the doctors were like, no, you have perfect tits. Because I had, I had pretty nice C's, but I did not want to have C's anymore.
You had great tits.
I had great tits, but like, I was like getting close to 40 and I just wanted to start to look more like Elvira, like rather than like,
we all.
it was time. Like I knew that's what I wanted to be when I grew up and I was getting older and it was time to start really going towards that,
Yeah.
And with C cups, I'm just not going to be Elvira, Anyway,
You're not wrong.
yeah, they all said no, like you have the perfect size boobs for like your frame. I'm not doing it. And all 3 of them said no. Yeah, but like, I wanted disproportionately huge titties.
Yeah.
And I think that they should
It's
have.
a whole thing.
We want
It's a
to be
whole vibe.
cartoon whores.
Yeah, I want to be a distraction.
What the fuck? I want to be gawked at.
Yeah, I want to
Gawked
have,
at us.
like, I want to wear a sweatshirt and still have tits. Anyway, so what is it? And so I had to go outside of LA to get my boobs done.
Yeah,
to
once
finally...
you pulled up to Florida, they were like, hell yeah,
like,
let's
whatever
go.
you want. Yeah. Yeah. What do you want? Yeah. You want a third eyeball? You want, all whatever. You give us money, we give you whatever you want. What?
You think I could get 3 tits there?
I think you could.
If there's anywhere you could get it,
It's Florida.
Probably, yeah.
Would that would
There's no laws there. You can't get an abortion, but you can get a third.
No, never mind.
So, yeah, okay, but that's the story of, Los Angeles titties. I don't.
They are very into the natural.
They're into the natural.
I wanted bimbo tits, and they were like, "Oh, they won't look real," and I'm like,
Duh.
"Yeah." So how much money do you want?
I think a lot of the Beverly Hills moms and stuff, like they want natural fake boobs. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of like the look over there. But whatever, it was great because it was half the price going outside of there. So
Twice the boob
Can I
for
ask
half
how
the
much
price.
you paid?
for like
Why are you looking at me? I have no idea.
a single digit.
One.
It was a single digit, yeah, and it was I know everyone in Beverly Hills, it's like 14,000, 15,000, and then outside of there, it's like you do between 6 and 8. It's Anyway,
They're here.
Yeah.
let's talk about Demi. I'm gonna tell
I
a
would
story.
love to
You
talk
are
about
okay. So
Demi.
I want to talk about the first time I met Demi because I was actually thinking about it on my way over here,
Okay.
Okay. So I was actually, you were brand new in the industry. A few people, I had like seen, you around. No, I hadn't seen you in person anywhere. I saw you like, on
My
Twitter,
vagina
whatever. Yeah.
wide open on the internet.
Yeah.
At that point, me and Demi had already worked together, so I had told
I don't think you had.
Yes, we had.
You did? Okay,
Yes,
I don't remember.
And so I verbally was like, oh, this person is amazing to work with. Like, love her.
You didn't say that.
And
I don't remember like the chronology.
Right.
But yes, you always had great things to say about Denny.
yes,
But
I've been a Demi Sutra fan since day one.
What the fuck? I thought it was bitchy my whole life, but okay. I think you
not to me.
No. You read the.
you're not
anxiety.
bitchy.
I get anxious.
You're
and then it
terrifying.
shows as bitchy.
I wouldn't say bitchy.
What's
just
funny is
terrifying.
it's just anxiety.
Yeah, no, I understand you very well now. And
scared
you're just like a snuggly, just soft on the inside
fucking
person.
nice.
You are very nice, actually.
Thank you.
So, but the first time we met you, you were brand new at that point. You had just signed up with an agency or whatever, and I had not met you yet. I was directing that day. I was directing a scene with your good friend and our friend Anna Fox. I remember, it's not very common.
I was in the scene too.
Yeah, yes, you were. This other guy was there. Some guy.
Some idiot was
Tattoos,
there.
I think.
Yeah.
Like one or two.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know.
So I texted and I was like, oh hey, what's your ETA? And she was like, me and Demi are on our way over. And it's not very common for someone to bring a friend to set, let alone another girl like in the industry. It's like what
I was like her cheerleader.
Yeah.
I think you guys fisted her, and I was like,
Oh yeah. Well, we did actually.
It's that sexy bitch.
And I was like, wait, did I book a threesome? And I don't remember. I was like, what? And I was like, oh, Demi, the new girl. And then she was like, yeah, she's coming with me. And I that was just very like not something I ever heard, I guess, as a director, for someone to, bring a
hype
friend.
person.
Yeah. Also, I'm like, she's new. Why does she want to go on a porn set on her day off? Like, what is going on? And you know me, I'm Jewish. I was like, do I have to pay her money? What's going on? I was like, I don't have it in the budget. There's no Demi in the budget here. I don't really know what to do. Anyway, you showed up. You were just,
for free.
You were total for free. Yes, for free. You were a joy to be around. You were running around and getting people coffee when Anna was in makeup. You were like, does anyone need any help? You were like a kind of just a PA sort of, the PA was stoked. Yeah, the PA was stoked because he was like, oh, now I have a really hot girl doing half my job for me. You were like picking up trash and moving things around. Anyway, I do remember during the scene, you were watching and you started just like masturbating, like while you were watching the scene go on. I kind of looked back and I was like, this girl is awesome. And that's what I remember. I was like, this girl
visiting her. It wasn't even planned. And then it was happening and I was
not planned. It's just sometimes things happen.
Yeah.
No, I actually don't. She asked us to do that.
Yeah,
she was like, you have
she
little
did.
hands. It was the small hands. Yeah.
Spoiler alert, my hands are actually small.
Right.
And I've fisted a lot of people because of that in my day.
Yeah.
If there's like a bunch of male performers in a room and there's like, oh, who's going to fist so-and-so? Everyone just looks at me and they're like, oh,
they just
hop in and
named
get those little hands in there, get up in it.
They are actually small.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Should we do? Can we reach across? No, we can't reach across the table.
What is this? We've been together 12 years.
Show everyone else. Yeah. Maybe we can do a hand comparison. Can you? You beat him by a nail.
A little.
Oh, you beat him a little bit by a nail. But yeah, so that's my first.
I have a different story.
You have a different story.
Let's hear yours.
She don't remember.
Let's hear.
But
no, is it terrible?
It's amazing.
Oh, all right. Well, that was the first memory I have, and it was a very beautiful memory. And I was like, "What a horny, wonderful person who will pick up wants to help the PA pick up trash and masturbates, for free
pick up trash?
in the background. I mean, you were helping them. You were like, does anyone need anything? You were like, yeah, you actually did. You were helping.
I like whores.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Anyway, so what's your story?
Okay, so mine is...
I didn't know.
Yeah. So
Is it terrible?
Joanna has sex with multiple men at the same time. I don't know if anyone knows.
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's crazy. But so I was on set shooting a regular boy-girl.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like at that one house. If I could tell you the address, you'd be like, yeah. I don't know.
One? Just describe which tacky piece of furniture it was.
No. Okay, so you walk in, it's owned by a couple, and
whatever.
There's lemon trees. Okay, anyway, I don't know. So I was
the one in Calabasas?
No.
The one in Woodland Hills?
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Exactly.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was there fucking one man.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joanna was fucking
everyone.
Everyone. I was like getting distracted. I'm like looking at my script. And you're like the in makeup.
Before me or something? I don't remember.
I think there's two houses.
Or were you just getting fucked for free?
No, girl, no.
Okay.
Never that.
Okay.
As a whore.
Okay.
But I feel like I was in makeup and you were like shooting, and then I was going to go to another house. So it was your scene going on.
Okay. So you're getting makeup.
So I'm getting
you
makeup
were going somewhere else.
And I'm like trying to read my script, and all I hear is Joanna getting fucked
by everybody. Everyone in the house. Oh,
I loved it. It was
that's
so
a beautiful
hot.
Memory.
No, it was, and I met her there, and I was very new, and I was like, oh.
Did we actually like meet? Did I get off all 9 penises or whatever it was?
Really sweetly and really like boss bitch, like hot slut.
How does someone say hello sweetly and boss bitch?
You get off dick.
I was like, just
in a rush. Stop to grace me with like a hello, and I'm just like watching you go back into the field of like 10
with jizz.
To 15. I'm just going to keep going up to 30,
100, 200.
36 cocks. And I was like,
I think it was more like 5.
I think I love her. That was probably just 5.
It was probably 5.
Or 30. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, 35. That was my memory.
Oh, that's such a beautiful. We both have first memories of each other being whores. Yeah.
Well, I remember.
What about your first memory?
When I first met Demi, we did a scene together where it was like a camping, like, remember we had the bunk beds and I had to stick my dick through the hole.
Is that seriously the first scene we did?
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. So it was a scene for Brazzers, and this scenario, if I'm remembering correctly, was some kind of like we're all camping in like a cabin. And it
was like a hostel.
Right, a hostel. But basically, so Demi is pretty new.
Yeah.
And I remember...
I was a virgin.
You were, yeah.
You were a virgin, right.
And you were a little nervous. You were kind of bouncing all over the place with energy. And I really liked it.
Oh,
I was like,
glad.
this. And when I as someone with... I have Tourette's.
Yeah, autism.
And I'm a little kind of sometimes all over the place. Immediately, I just was like, I recognize like this beauty and this awesomeness. But I remember our first, the first physical encounter we had was literally, I was on the top bunk of a bunk bed. They cut a hole in it like a glory hole. So I was face down.
On the ball.
I couldn't see anything. I was like literally like suffocating in a pillow.
A lot of intimacy.
So romantic. with my cock just dropped through the hole, and then Demi is on the bunk bed underneath, like sucking my dick through the hole, and then at some point I like looked down and kind of give you away, like you're doing great, like hell yeah, we got this. And then at some point the powers that be were nice enough to let us like fuck like regular people for a little bit.
Yeah, you lifted my body.
Yeah,
you were the first, no, second porn guy to be like,
Well,
We're small, especially before you had the titties. You were just
you're a very fun size to throw around.
That's really sweet.
And also because here's a little thing about male porn guys, which you both probably know at this point, but maybe not everyone does this. When we have a good chemistry with someone and like have an attraction to someone, maybe even like a little more than just the normal job.
Right.
We like to show off. We like to do extra. And so I was like in the zone. Me and Demi are having this, great chemistry. And I'm like, I need to pull out some tricks. I need to show this girl what's up. So then, the spin moves and the carrying and the this and the that. So a lot of it was just me trying to prove my worth to you. And
me?
Yeah. And just be like, look, Demi, look at how good I
was like, this man is trying to get a contract, which you did.
Which I did.
Bam.
Ew, maybe that was the scene that got me my exclusive contract.
Because you were like, whoa.
I was putting on a show. It was
amazing. I was very impressed.
And that was the first time I met Demi.
Yeah.
And since then we've had sex many times over the years, both with big titties and your natural boobs.
Yeah.
And the fans seem to really enjoy it anytime we hook up and do a thing.
I love that. I love that. I love when they can pick up on like actual chemistry, and because you don't always have that. Sometimes it's hard.
And we're all pros, so we know what to do to deliver on camera. So, most of the time I would like to think the viewer has no clue, what's what. All they know is this is great and it's hot.
Like, this is great. I'm gonna come the end.
But definitely there's after we've all been in the circuit long enough, we have kind of like there's like a group of people that we know are like extra special that we like. That's like it's always a good day at work, but this is going to be a great day at work.
Yeah.
And so every time I get to see your name on a call sheet, I'm like, oh, like perfect day. Let's fucking do this.
I am only all across America.
Yeah.
You are? You're on
I'm
the other
across.
side.
I'm on the other side of America.
Yeah.
Wait, have we? All three of us?
No, I've actually.
No.
We all need to.
We've only gone on dates.
Yeah,
and been
we
really
are
gay.
actually in love, but we've
you
never
guys
had
are like
sex.
in a real.
We are waiting for marriage. However, I think you are also in a relationship with another woman, so I feel.
I am.
Yeah. Well, is this okay that I'm professing my love to you?
Yes.
Because she is in another
She
relationship
will only get
too,
wet.
Right? Okay, good. I don't want to everywhere. Okay, yeah. We are in love, but we've never actually consummated. We're waiting for marriage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
well, if at some point you decide to break that and want to do like a threesome, I'll be here. I'll be here kicking it. I'll be here kicking it.
I think we need.
But I think you two need you need your own.
We need our own, special moment together.
We're gonna have to do it ourselves.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's hot.
But speaking of that, in your personal life, do you prefer men or women?
Oh,
pretty gay.
I'm
from what I know, and I really like that.
I don't have. I like.
Yeah. What do you prefer?
I don't have a preference. Hardcore.
I can't ever remember. I mean, I know I haven't known you for like too long. Like in this time that you've been in the industry, have you had a boyfriend?
No.
I can't picture you with a boyfriend. You're like.
I've had
like no guy is good enough for you or something.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Thank you for noticing what's true.
Yeah. I don't know how that.
I kind of tried. I had like
situationships. Right.
Because I'm such a sucker for fat dick. I'm like, oh, your dick is big and you held the door. So like,
let's get married.
But like with I think I just like I cannot live without a fat dick, and I cannot live without a wet pussy. Or well,
what about like
I would say a fat dick and like titties. Those are like my two things
fat dick
I
and
like
titties.
Cannot live without.
Okay.
So I'm very, I guess the kids are calling it pansexual. I don't fucking label anything. I like to fuck everyone.
You like to fuck everyone.
But
Is it more about the individual then? You'd say like in the chemistry that you have with each individual, regardless of gender.
What's funny is I just discovered this word demisexual.
Like named after you.
Oh shit.
You're like, I discovered it because I invented it.
Yeah. Like
what is demisexual mean?
So I'm a demisexual is by definition, somebody who kind of
Somebody who's attracted to Demi Sutra. Just kidding.
Yes.
Okay.
So everyone.
So we all got a little demisexual in us.
Okay.
No, a demisexual is somebody who kind of like needs emotional connection to have sex and enjoy it, which is where I'm at. Unless.
So then how does that work with you doing porn?
It's a little bit. That's why now I have a yes list. Because in the beginning, I just like was like, yeah.
So what do you define as
everyone
emotional connection? Because obviously you're not, so like starting a relationship with all these people. Yeah, we have an emotion.
Me and you have an emotional connection. Just because like, no.
No,
definitely not.
How somebody who is a demisexual, as you said, how does that work? Like, boning strangers or whatever, or like, how do you compartmentalize it so when the scene's over? I don't know. How does that work with your emotions? How, for the other emotional people out there that maybe want to do porn or something.
So for scenes, I think it's kind of like, I like to be able to talk to people and like build some type of a bond and look for something that I can connect to, whether it be negative, positive, dirty, flirty, like,
yeah, okay.
If they're going through something and I'm going, like, what? It doesn't always have to be traumatic or like this trauma bond thing. It can be very simple. It can be like, literally, there's this one guy I started fucking in my like old building when I lived downtown. And I hung out with him all the time like a slob. Like I didn't give a shit. It's like 2020, 2021. I'm not literally like, looking for anything. And so we just like, that was like my drinking buddy, right?
Okay.
So like
a friend with benefits?
No. Had no benefits.
No benefits. And no friendship.
Friends. No. Just kidding. But like, yeah, we hung out and then I never like I was like, oh, he's hot. Like you're hot, but like I'm not super connected. But then one day I saw he's a hat maker. So
a hat maker? Wait, there's a name for a hat maker that I just learned not that long ago. What was it called? I'm going to think of it as you keep telling the story. Okay.
Yep.
It'll come to you.
I have to remember what it
ADHD
was.
queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, so like, he's like, one night we're just like having a couple drinks, throwing some back, and it's just normal, smoking weed. And like, he's like, starts doing his hat. He's like making this hat from scratch.
What kind of hat is he making?
He makes like
all kinds of hat?
Yeah, it's like the leather felt the soft leather hat.
Like a brim.
Or with a brim.
So he started like crafting a hat.
He starts
in your
crafting
living room?
a hat.
Like,
So he makes.
No, we're at his place.
You're at
he's
his
like
place.
literally like downstairs.
And he's like a work from home situation.
Yeah.
He's got like an Etsy store where he sells hats.
Yeah, super cute. Jewish guy, long hair, loves making hats, which I thought was so.
That is so really
because I'm like, oh my God, this is so culturally, So he starts making his hat, but he's like excited about it, and he's like,
and it turned you
really excited to tell me about this. And I'm like watching his hands as he's like folding the leather, and I was like,
I'm so turned on by this story, to be honest.
I have to have you inside me. I didn't say it like that.
Did you put the hat on? Did you put the unfinished?
I have tried on many of his hats. Yeah.
Did you say that? Did you put the unfinished hat on and then say, "I have to have you"?
No, I
because that's in the store. The way you told it, that's what went through my head.
No, but he did measure my head for a hat one time, and
really
it was
beautiful.
like,
you were so.
I want to suck your dick.
Did you get a hat out of it?
I did not.
Oh,
okay.
So he's still making it. The masterpiece is not.
Yeah, well, he's actually still going to make
still
me a hat.
It's been 2 years. It's going to be the most
decisive
Kentucky Derby. Like it's going to have many layers and flowers and birds.
It will be the hat to end all hats for him. Once he finishes the Demi Sutra hat, he will retire.
Yeah. I used to wear hats.
You're going to need a new
every day.
apartment just to store the hat. Yeah. No, the one hat. Just
that one
hat. Is it called a milliner?
It is called a milliner.
I'm so glad. It is. A milliner, right?
You're doing great.
Milliner?
Milliner. Yeah. I know this because
Why do you know this?
because
Wait, are you fucking my milliner?
oh my God, I would never.
Because I would like it.
Oh, okay. I mean, yes. No, as you can remember that just whatever last month or whatever it was, we went to a Kentucky Derby themed party, and it was a day before the party because it was, I was very busy and I was traveling and stuff, and I was like, fuck, the party is tomorrow and I didn't buy a hat. I meant to order one on Amazon, and then I was like, oh my God. And so I started like texting. I texted my friend who's a professional like stylist, and I was like, do you know where I could get a last minute hat? And like, he was like, yeah, my friend is a milliner. And I was like,
that's how she learned
Google search milliner. And I was like, wow. And he's like, yeah, and maybe he can help you out. And so I did text him, and he was very angry at me because asking for a hat the day before the Kentucky Derby is like, no.
So disrespectful to a milliner.
Yeah, it's like, and it's like the only day of the year I bet these milliners are busy. And he was like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, he was like, seriously? And I was like, yeah, just, I just need a hat. I can't go to this party without a hat. I mean, you remember,
It was a stressful 24 hours.
But I have to admit, like, I got a hat.
You did.
And
did you watch
I was at the airport, so I wasn't even home. And he was sending me pictures of hats. He was like, well, it's obviously off the table for me to make one for you, but I have some, he had a name for it, some like ready to wear hats. And he showed me pictures, and then he actually like delivered it to my sister's doorstep.
So
and then you sucked his dick.
The milliner.
I've never met him. Oh no, you know what? East Village Hats. It was East Village Hats. That's what it was called. So if anyone needs a hat, go to East Village Hats because they really helped me out. And at the party that we went to, there was a best dressed contest, and I won.
What?
Wait,
yep.
I was at that party. What did I miss this?
Yeah. So the contest, it was not like.
Was this a contest? Like in your head?
No, there was a contest. I don't know if you knew this.
People were there.
There was a contest. It was like everyone at that point was pretty drunk. So it wasn't like everybody stood in a line and like whatever. Yeah. Basically, at some point in the party, someone came up to me and they were like, you're the best dressed here. And they were kind of drunk, and they just threw actually a cooler at me. I got a cooler. Oh, yeah, apparently everyone who entered the party was in the running for the costume contest. Not costume, just
best dressed
contest. There was nowhere to like enter. Like everybody was entered, and they just they gave me a cooler. They were like, "Here you go." And she was kind of drunk. She was like, "You're the best dressed. Here's a cooler." And then my sister.
I was gonna say we didn't even bring a cooler.
No,
Are you sure this happened?
Yeah, I'm positive. It was like it was like a carry. Like a bag, but a cooler bag, not like a like a cooler, but a big, with like that's like insulated, And I gave it to my sister, and
that's very kind of you.
Yeah. And we used it to take home a bunch of alcohol that was left over at the party.
I knew she was going to say
that had to be refrigerated.
Yeah.
Anyway, but so I got a cooler for the hat. The more I was like, why did I tell this story? Moral of the story is
it's a milliner.
It's a milliner.
Respect and support your local milliner.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Really support milliner.
Yeah. It's it's something that still exists, and they help you out when you're in a pinch, and and that's actually very sexy. That you.
I mean, I watched his hands have always been like a turn on for me too. I was like watching him passionately fold leather, and then he does this thing where he puts this chemical on it. I don't know. I don't do math, so I don't know what chemical.
Hat, and then some kind of hat chemical.
Yeah. And then he sets it on fire, and I was like,
he set it on fire. Oh, is that? It's like to seal it in. Yeah. I mean, I didn't watch the process.
It creates a design on the leather.
Oh my God.
So wherever you put the math on the hat, and then you light it.
Okay, I get it. Yeah,
and then it creates this design, and I was like,
and that
please.
made your pussy wet. Yeah.
Did you like come up like I just keep? What's the movie with the potteries? Was it Ghost?
No, Ghost. Yeah.
Like where you
oh my God.
you start like you start folding the leather with him, and then all of a sudden you're just coated in like chemicals and like fucking with like leather scraps and shit.
I love it. Why not?
That's the image.
Go back there right now.
Tell him I talked about him on this.
Yeah, where are you? Yeah, that was a really great image.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing
in my head for a long time. But the people out there,
picture.
If you're listening to this, a lot of people are like, they want to like, impress a porn star, or they want to, and I remember like when I was like single and I went on like some dates with guys, I feel like they think the way into our hearts is like telling us how great they are at sex, or how open-minded they are, or how they're this and how they're that and how they like to, and it's like, no,
or
like
sexual fantasies right away, and I'm just like, okay, well, you
sir,
need
this
therapy.
is a fucking Wendy's. We just met.
You need therapy.
It's like,
of all.
if you are gonna go on a date with like a basketball player, professional basketball, I don't really
bring
watch
up
LeBron. What's a basketball? LeBron James. He's a famous. I know like 3 basketball players.
I'm not a
Michael Jordan.
Right. If you were gonna go on a date
Shaquille
with
O'Neal,
one of the most, and then all you want to do is talk about your kind of knowledge of basketball. You think they want to talk about basketball when they not?
Don't want to.
And if they do want to talk about basketball, they want to talk about it with other professionals at basketball, not like,
Well, I remember the first
person,
date, the first date that me and you went on, Joanna. What I did to connect was we talked about music.
Yeah, we talked
for
about
like
music,
and nothing else for like 4 hours. And we argued over like which bands were cool, because she's from the East Coast and I'm from California, and we would kind of talk shit on the bands.
You just argued with your tattoos
we were
over your body.
We were both.
Yeah, you just tattoo arguing people.com.
We were both kind of. We were both like sussing each other out a little bit, like okay, you're a porn star, but like, do you really know about music? And she's like, okay, you're Mr. Tattoo Guy. Do you really? And so it was almost like a pissing contest of who was more of a music like
love
hipster.
it.
I mean,
that was it. That was the first.
There's not a lot that could hurt my feelings. Like, I really don't care if somebody
We're both Capricorn.
Ugly. I don't care. Oh, stupid whore. Blah 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 blah. I've heard of, if somebody I would be very upset, and I don't think it's ever happened, or maybe it's happened like once. It's happened like once, and I was very mad. I don't like being called a poser. I'm very passionate. I'm not a fucking poser.
No, you're not. And Demi just spilled water down her perfect boobs. Yeah.
Where did I missed it? Because I was just sitting there talking about not being a poser.
But the point is, if you go out on a date with a porn star,
don't talk about sex.
It's just there's a big world out there. There's a lot of other things to talk about. The sex will happen. It'll materialize in its own way.
In general, why would you want to talk about, like, unless you're like going on a date with someone, I guess, if you met on like a kink, like a FetLife, one of those websites,
right?
Like the lifestyle.
Right, yeah.
Well, like, think of it
like
this
when
way.
the sex happens, like if you get there, if you've managed to impress the porn star enough to get there, like the sex is going to be good. Sex is going to be good. You don't have to
You're dealing with a professional.
Yeah, exactly. But we don't want to, like, you don't have to sit around and talk about it and tell me about like what you did at a sex party and how sexually open you are and how many, you believe in having 19 partners because you're such a horny person, and it's not a turn on to me.
What you'll get is the eye roll and the cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So there's a pro tip.
So the moral of the story is make a hat.
Yeah. Be good with your hands. Learn a fucking trade.
Yeah, learn a fucking trade.
Do something interesting.
Do something interesting.
That.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this has been really fun. Should we?
Do we have news?
Should we do some news? Let's just. I like doing the news because it's important to stay updated on important topics.
I want to know news.
Yeah, let's look at the news.
We're gonna look at it.
Or we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna pull something up, like really important, poignant news.
So I found this article once again from Ireland because these people are weird. And this lingerie model makes money on OnlyFans telling people to pour baked beans and custard on their body. And I'm wondering, what's the weirdest
Where's
shit?
the custard? To pour baked beans and custard?
Oh, yeah.
Or and?
I feel like it's an either and or situation. I feel like they're not
Telling
that
men.
specific
Okay, telling men.
on the details. Yeah, so I'm just wondering what's the weirdest thing that people have asked you guys to do.
Oh, I mean,
Like food shit?
I mean,
Like whatever it
But no,
is.
but this looks like the model's telling them.
Yeah,
to
the
do
model is.
The model's telling them to do it. Yeah.
So have you ever had any requests where like people like tell me to do some weird shit?
No,
I mean-
life is normal.
Totally. Totally.
I mean,
So vanilla.
I get asked. We could have
What
a
is your
whole.
go first?
Well, let's stick
We
with
can
the
have a
food.
whole episode.
We're
Stick
gonna
to
do
the food.
Stick to the food thing. Okay, because I'm like, I have so many stories.
Stick to
do
the
your food. I'm racking.
Has anyone ever asked me to do anything with food? Yes. However, unfortunately, you can't put food. You can't put anything inside of you on OnlyFans anymore other than sex toys. You know, a rule
Bunch
that
of prudes.
changed. I know this was a very sad day, but
Very
I did.
American.
I had a fan, or I mean, I hope he's still my fan.
Damn.
His fantasy was me to be a realtor, and every time I show a home to someone, basically every time I show a home to someone, or every time I go to like inspect a home, whatever it was, I'm a realtor, and I go in everybody's fridges and I take their vegetables and stick them inside of me. Basically it would be like a scenario where like I'd be like, oh, why don't you go look at the backyard while I just, just make a phone call. Yeah, and I would go and open up the fridge. Yeah, so I couldn't, I remember like this was actually, I remember I would go to the supermarket and be like, is there anything I could put inside me other than the obvious cucumber? I'm like, the eggplant, it's like a little, like that's too big, so
it's too skinny. We need some birth.
I have plugged a carrot. It wasn't.
I was gonna say that sounds. Yeah, so it was always I browsed through the aisles, like trying to see if there's anything else to fulfill this guy's fantasy. But he was happy with me just reenacting this and putting cucumbers inside me. But I feel like that's pretty standard.
Yeah,
like baked beans is like next level.
You got any food stories, Demi?
Oh yeah, baby.
Let's hear one.
Wait, hang on, my brain.
While you're thinking, I'll tell you about.
Okay, yes,
I'll tell you
let's
about the one and only time I refuse to mix food and sex.
Oh no. Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Because I was in an orgy once. It's actually the biggest orgy I was ever in. There was 23 people.
Wow.
And this was actually crazy. So there's some really rich people in the world, like stupid rich, who will occasionally produce full porn movies where it's whatever their fantasy
Whatever
is,
they say,
and they cast it so
and everything.
So I show up to set, and it wasn't for like a movie studio; it was for a private,
a private buyer.
right? Super rich guy, I don't know, a suit of some sort. He was on set, and
The guy was on set?
yeah, he was on
That's
set,
pretty cool.
paying for it all.
Yeah.
And he cast all his personal favorite stars. There was like
Iconic.
22 of us. And then he wanted champagne and watermelon and strawberries involved. That sounds very hot.
Amazing.
Sounds great.
I love it.
This is July in Los Angeles, and we all start outside by the pool. And let me just say, after about 8 minutes of having sex in the sun with sweaty people, with champagne and sugary things.
Oh yeah, that's a
not
yeast
only
infection.
not only is it bad health wise, but it starts to have a certain smell that's just kind of weird, and it's so sticky, and not in a good way.
I can't.
No, not in a
Everything
good
is
way.
sticky, and so
Champagne is meant to have like a glass before sex, not like porn.
so after that movie,
Maybe after sex.
I was
too.
like,
before or after.
Exactly. Both. I think.
so after that movie, I was like, no more. The food and sex will never overlap again for me. Like, not off camera, not on camera. I'm not into it.
Yeah.
I respect for those who are, but no, I don't need to relive that very sticky, sugary.
Situation.
That sounds like a
infection-filled
good
day.
situation.
Yeah.
Everyone took boric acid immediately.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, right.
The line for the shower was long.
But the beans,
You want to know my?
Yeah. So yours.
Sorry.
Was it beans?
No. God, no. Bless her heart, though.
Yeah, bless her heart. I mean,
at all.
Men do. I know a lot.
Bitch.
Men do like to be told what to do, and sometimes they like more outrageous things. Did they get photographic evidence, like if they did their homework, or was it just like
This is just testimony.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
So what's your story?
My food story, I have one where I have like this fan. I love him so much. His name is Max. And actually, he did not request this. Nobody asked me to do
You volunteered.
You just volunteered. Okay.
Disgusting.
So do you know him in person? Has he come to you?
No, I know him through OnlyFans.
Through OnlyFans,
He's
okay.
like
So you
my
talked to-
top
you're like,
fan
okay.
for years. Yeah. So Max, for his birthday last year, I think, I got him a birthday cake and I was like, happy birthday. We did a live. All the fans were there. It's really cute. I love my fan base. They're so fucking like
That's
connected.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were like, yeah, Max, happy birthday, Max.
Oh, so everybody knew Max.
Because he fucking pays the most to get me to do the most.
I get
on
it.
live.
Yeah. It's so everybody's like, yes,
No,
the
we're
king,
little
because they make the live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So I get him a birthday cake, and then I just sat on it. It's just like,
Oh, for Max.
wish that.
What kind of cake was it? Like an ice cream
Vanilla.
cake?
No, not ice cream.
Not ice cream?
I love
my.
myself.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I figure it would be nice
Freezing
and cold.
cold.
And then the dairy
nice.
element mix. No.
Okay. Well, I don't know why I imagined ice cream. Okay, so just like what kind of cake?
Regular, just vanilla cake. Sat my asshole on it. It was really great.
Did you
I ate
lick it
some
up?
of it.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
was
that's
so yummy.
fun.
And then
Aw.
I have another one where,
For Max.
oh my God, I think I forgot it. Yeah, I forgot it. Anyway,
That was a
the cake,
really beautiful thing to do.
thank you.
Yeah.
That seems a lot. It's appropriate to the event. It's his birthday cake.
Yeah.
Over here with the lady who's just asking boys to dump cans of baked beans on him. I don't.
Yeah. You did it yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the moral of the story is food can be rad, except for me.
Food can enhance any situation or something.
Except sex directly.
Yeah. Did you enjoy sitting on the cake? Did you get any sexual pleasure out of it?
No,
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I had
Enjoyed
fun.
it.
Yeah, I like that shit.
Did you do it at the end of the show?
No, it was at the beginning.
Oh, and then you're like,
Now you're just sitting in.
Oh no, they're so used to it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go rinse this cake off, guys, and I
Right.
leave. And they're
yeah, they love it. Because I always, if everyone
had
behaves,
another
I
one
usually
completely
squirt in my live shows. Like if I reach the goal
Yeah.
or whatever, which I almost always do. And
so hot.
but I remember one time, like I thought I turned it off, but I didn't, and I was like cleaning up, like on the, I was like cleaning up all the squirt, and I had towels, and I was like, oh fucking
many
Christ,
towels.
and like then like I turned around and I was like, oh my God, I didn't turn the thing off, and everybody was like, this is fucking awesome, and then I got like way
They
more
like
tips.
me.
Yeah, so now I just leave it on after. I'm like, all right, well now it's time for the after show. The cleanup crew is coming in, and I'll sometimes put like a different hat. I'm gonna put a hat on, like oh, all right, I'm just here to clean up the squirt, blah 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 blah.
Is that what you're doing upstairs?
Yeah. So now I always call it like the after show,
I
or
never
whatever.
do that.
The post wrap up. It's like after the.
I just smoke weed with
Yeah.
them, and I have like a little drinky drink.
But that's like you're still hanging out with.
Yeah,
them.
I'm
This is like, all right, you guys are just there and you're watching me. I mean, I literally have
Like a
to clean
voyeur
it up.
type.
Yeah, and I'm tired by that point, so I'm not cleaning sexy. I'm like cleaning and like I'm tired and I'm like,
She's not going.
yeah. And I'm like, Aaron, are the dogs okay?
Yeah. While all this is happening,
While this is
I'm
happening, and the
usually
dogs are like-
downstairs, like making sure the dogs aren't barking while she's doing her
Yes.
shit. I'm kind of babysitting the dogs. Now I have a much more vivid picture of what you're doing up.
The cleanup crew. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, I think that's about all the time we have. At the end of every episode, we write a haiku.
A haiku
We
poem.
write
Yes.
a haiku poem
ready.
about the show, or just about what we learned today. So a haiku is a poem where it's 5 syllables, 7 syllables, and then 5
So
syllables.
we each get a line.
So would you like to start? 5 syllables. I know. It's actually, I'm very bad at it.
First line is 5.
Yeah. 5.
You can take your time. I clean this part up.
Lincoln babe.
Was that an Elvis voice? What was that? Thank you very much.
Should we do?
Look at remote.
Should it be a poem? We'll dedicate this poem to Max.
To Max. Okay.
Dedicate this poem to Max. To Max.
Nope, that's 2 syllables.
No, that's like the name of the, to Max. That's like up. That's, we haven't started the poem yet. Like to Max.
I got it. Thank you, Daddy Max.
Done. Good. Thank you, Daddy Max.
Okay.
Joanna, hit him with the 7.
Let's make a hat and some cake.
Thank you, Daddy Max. Let's make a hat and some cake.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 7 or 5?
It's 5 for me now.
Yeah, 575.
Sit down in the cake. Thank you, Daddy Max. Let's make a hat and some cake.
You cannot have it
Sit
be the same
down.
word.
Yeah, you can.
You're
can't.
cheating.
No, I
Fine, then sit down on my face. How about
I like that. I like that.
There you go, Max.
That's
for you,
cheating.
baby.
I don't think there's a rule about that. I don't know, but that's okay. We're gonna. I
could flip it on the fly.
I think Demi, from now on, we should use that rule. No repeating words.
Yeah, fucking.
In the haiku, no repeating words.
Well, I just remedied that.
Yeah, no, I know you did. I know you
Yeah,
did.
we're problem
But I'm just saying she is now.
We're gonna fight about it.
She's helped our bit. She's reinvented the haiku.
Yeah.
Got it. So, fuck, that was a good haiku. I think we learned a little bit about each other.
We all learned.
We got to walk down memory lane.
We know where to get hats.
Talk about
Oh wow! Wait, what's the hat maker?
The milliner. Milliner.
Shout out to all the milliners.
Maybe we should have we can make like a calendar of sexy milliners or something. I feel like
I have
under. Okay.
We got 1 month.
We have one. I don't know what the person looks like at East Village Hats who sold me the hat, but I could probably.
So if you are a milliner out there listening and you would like to submit
send us
yourself,
a picture.
email justthetipsxo@gmail.com
With a hat.
with a description of yourself, a hat, kind of what you're into, and who knows, maybe we'll pick you. Maybe we will pick you.
Won't put you in the calendar.
And for everyone else out there, if you just have a question, if you just want to get something off your chest, you can send an email to justthetipsxo@gmail.com. We cannot promise we will answer everything, but we look at them. And where can we find you on the internet, Demi Sutra?
Go look up Demi. Give her all your money.
Yes, give me all your money. It makes me come. My Twitter is @Demi Sutra. There's a bunch of fakes.
What's your OnlyFans?
My OnlyFans
Is there no underscores or nothing, right? Just @Demi Sutra.
DemiSutra.com is my OnlyFans.
Yes.
Or
don't follow a fake Demi.
OnlyFans.com/Demi Sutra.
Instagram? You're sometimes on Instagram. You get kicked off a lot.
I don't remember.
You don't really? I
don't even fucking remember it.
And what about you, Joanna? Where can everyone find you?
@Joanna Angel on Instagram. @Joanna Angel on Twitter. @Joanna Angel X on TikTok. I burped. OnlyFans.com/Joanna Angel.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter @thesmallhands_, and on OnlyFans.com/smallhands. Bam, bam, bam.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Demi, for breaking your podcast cherry with us. We hope that you enjoyed yourself as much as we enjoyed you. We're honored. It's been an honor.
I love being surrounded by completely tatted individuals. So
we love you, Demi.
Until next time.
All right, let's go get a drink.